Hey guys, Brian Kaiser here with the Digging Deep YouTube videos. So we're out checking on a property and kind of wanted to, we noticed a few things here, specifically on this one pertaining to irrigation, and kind of how important it is to a landscape, and why you need to periodically kind of audit the system and make sure everything's getting good coverage and everything's set up how it needs to be set up. You know, you can spend all the money in the world on plant material, but if it's not getting adequate water and coverage, then it's useless. But for example here, so all these are Rainbird 1800 pop-up spray heads. They're originally all 4-inch. So the original contractor, installer, builder, what have you, whether it's just what was in the design or budget or what have you. So this whole townhome, this whole complex is on, I'd say 90% of them are 4-inch spray heads that are in the for the shrub beds. And that might have been okay for the first 2 to 3 years, but as you can see, this jasmine gets real thick and tall, and they have to come in here and keep it maintained and cut down, simply because of the fact this was a 4-inch head, but I've stuck a riser on here in order to allow it to get up above this jasmine. Otherwise it was just sitting, coming up about halfway in the middle of this jasmine and not getting good coverage at all. But so like I was saying, it's just important to be sure to walk through each zone, check each head, and make sure you're getting adequate coverage, you know, for that area. But in doing this, you know, I would recommend coming in here and changing these all out to, you know, 6-inch pop-up spray heads, simply because you can see this is, since this is a riser, it's essentially fixed on the riser below it, which is causing it to protrude out and stay protruded out. But that's an issue for homeowners walking down through here, kids running through the complex, tripping, and not to mention just when these guys are in here working and weed eating on these beds. You can tell them all day to watch out for these heads, but when they're running through these beds, weed eating or shearing them, whatever they need to be done, they're kind of on a time crunch. It just doesn't really cross their mind, but these are getting knocked over, hit with shears, weed eaters, and just busted. So like I said, we were kind of just walking through the complex, checking some things out, and that was something that stood out to us, and just something to kind of look forward on your own landscape. Thank you.